Ora boas pessoal, espero que encontrem-se todos esporreiraços. Temos aqui mais um videozinho e vamos começar aqui com Alex Jones. O homem está numa de energia, passar aquela energia positiva, aquela ideia de vamos lutar pelos nossos ideais, vamos lutar pelos nossos direitos, e espetacular. Eu penso que sim, eu acho que devia haver mais gente assim, com esta atitude, com este princípio, que a humanidade talvez fosse um bocadinho, tivesse um pouco diferente e as coisas talvez fossem um pouco diferentes. Fica aqui o vídeo, espero que gostem e até já.
Guy that takes depressants, not pills, alcohol, because I can't handle the truth. And I know that's the issue. I can't handle how alive I am right now in the fight against these tyrants. And how hard I'm going to push to go after them, because I'm so full of life and so full of resistance to these murdering pedophiles that want to get in the way of God's plan. I tell you, I've been taken up to the third heaven. I've been jacked into the big plan. I've seen it. I can't even compute all of it. It's so fantastical. I've seen nothing. You ain't heard nothing. You ain't smelled nothing like this. I don't have words to tell you. I tell you, anybody tries to get in the way of the incredible plan the big guys got for us has got me pissed, and I'm just begging to stay on the team, man. Just put me in the game, coach. Whatever you say, coach. I know I'm weak. I know I'm pathetic. Man, you're amazing. I'm so lucky you made me. What do I do, boss? What do I do? I'm like a hunting dog, man. Just take me out of the house. Just turn me on them. Just tell me what I gotta do. Tell me how I serve you. Tell me what I can do for you right now.
Bem, e agora nestes próximos dois vídeos, vivendo e aprendendo, não fazia a mínima ideia, e algo realmente se está a passar porque não é normal. A Lua está a enferrujar. Pois é, vocês ouviram bem. Enferrujar, está a ganhar ferrugem. Espera lá, mas o vácuo, o vazio do espaço, supostamente não deveria não existir oxigênio? Pois é, pessoal. Há aqui alguma coisa que realmente não faz grande sentido. Daí eu dizer isto, realmente as teorias vão aparecendo e a gente vai ouvindo e vai pensando, espera aí, há alguma coisa aqui que realmente não está a bater a bota com a perdigota. Então, fica aqui estes dois vídeos. Vejam com atenção porque eu acho que estão muito, muito bons e realmente dá que pensar. A Lua a ganhar ferrugem. Como é possível? Fica aqui a dica.
Did you see how the moon is rusting?
I've heard about it.
So there's this kid that took the most high quality picture of the moon ever taken, over like 2,000 images that he combined, and you can clearly see that the moon is rusting. And then I saw this on NASA. Research indicates the presence of hematite, a form of rust that normally requires oxygen and water. This has scientists puzzled. Hematite is a name that is derived from the Greek word meaning blood.
All right.
Joel
crazy.
2, it says, "The sun shall be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the great and awesome day of the Lord comes. And it shall come to pass that everyone who calls in the name of the Lord shall be saved."
That's weird.
It's throughout scripture, the moon turning to blood, and like, what does that mean? So like the Bible, it was ultimately translated into Greek at one point, right? And the Greek word for blood is hematite, the same word that they use for this rust.
Yeah.
And so it's like the moon has hematite on it.
Yeah.
That's weird. It's all gonna end soon, see you better.
End times is coming, my friend.
Why is the moon rusting? Why is the sun turning dark? The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the coming of the great and awesome day of the Lord. Signs point to Armageddon, which means the rapture will happen soon and the tribulation will begin. We have only noticed the moon rusting since 2008 AD. Joel was written around 800 BC, and Acts was written around 60 AD. But Peter, quoting Joel in a speech, was around 30 AD. How did Joel know? Because God told him the future prophecy. And it shall come to pass that whoever calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Who you gonna call? Jesus Christ. All you have to do to be saved is believe in Jesus Christ for your salvation. And you will be saved by grace through faith without your works. Jesus shed his precious blood on the cross for the forgiveness of your sins.
há algum tempo que há pouco o que se tem vindo a perceber a nível económico é que estão a lutar para que haja algo tipo o dinheiro deixe de existir e seja tudo pago através de cartão, através de sistemas como o telemóvel agora, enfim, novos sistemas de pagamento, mas que não haja dinheiro, ou seja, o chamado dinheiro digital ou sem dinheiro. Pronto. Ok. Problema que se mete aqui. O sem dinheiro, ou o dinheiro digital, vai fazer com que eu, vocês, qualquer pessoa passe a receber um total controle de todos e quaisquer gastos que façam. Comprarem algo que ninguém tem nada a ver com o que é que foi comprado ou deixou de ser comprado, alguém vai passar a saber. Portanto, deixo-vos aqui mais 2 videozinhos que isto está a dar que pensar, porque está tudo a avançar a um ritmo tão grande que mete algum medo. Mas pronto. Pessoal, fica aqui os vídeos, digam o que é que acham, porque o que vem aí não é nada bom. Nada bom.
By order of the UK government. Imagine you're buying a steak from your local butcher, only to see your payment decline because you've hit your carbon allowance for the month. And imagine you're supporting a peaceful protest for a cause that you really believe in, only for the government to freeze your access to your money as punishment. If any of this sounds too Orwellian to happen to you, well, let me jog your memory. Yes, last year, you may recall, what happened was in Canada, the truckers staged a peaceful protest. Just think of the power of government can have over your money. If it can freeze the money of Canadian truckers, it could do the same to you with Bitcoin, which at some point could completely replace sterling.
This digital world, so much so that a growing number of businesses will not even accept cash anymore.
Yeah, they are starting to set up reverse ATMs that quickly turns cash into a prepaid debit card to be used on the fly. And Dre Clark explains from New York City. Dre, I've never heard of this. Mitch has never heard of this. What's it about?
Yeah, you know, I never heard of it either until I read about it last night. It's relatively new, but it's slowly but surely catching on. You know, cash is really still king, but reverse ATMs are definitely the way of the future as more businesses look for ways to go cashless. Here at Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan, they already have machines inside the arena that can actually convert your cash into a debit card here. Now here you can see exactly how it works. You load money into a kiosk like you see here, and within seconds, you can get a receipt confirming your conversion and a prepaid active card. Many of the prepaid cards are either MasterCard or Visa, and you can use them anywhere where those cards are accepted. Some kiosks may actually charge you a $5 fee for the card. Meanwhile, amusement parks, fast food restaurants, and many professional sports venues are already using the cash to card kiosks, and you'll start seeing more of them in airports and on college campuses. Business owners say they like the kiosk because it helps prevent theft and robberies, and it stops the spread of germs that can really be found on a lot of money that's downright dirty. Now, many people started going cashless during the pandemic because they did not want to touch money and coins, fearing they could contract the virus. Meanwhile, cities across the country like San Francisco, D.C., Philly, and New York, they actually have bans on cashless businesses. So business owners, by law, cannot refuse to accept any cash from a customer. Also, get this, the FDIC says up to 5% of U.S. households, or 6 million Americans, are considered unbanked. That means they don't have either a checking or savings account. They prefer to deal in strictly cash. So yeah, guys, it's relatively new, but here in New York City and other places around the country, this is the way of the future. Send it back to you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television.
Ok, agora vou deixar aqui um pack de 4 vídeos seguidos em que Elon Musk fala de George Soros borra-se de medo de Donald Trump e, por incrível que pareça, até há muito pouco tempo não tinha percebido bem o porquê. até perceber que realmente há ali mais alguma coisa que a gente não consegue entender bem o que é. Como é que alguém que a nível de poder monetário e mesmo político tem muito poder, neste caso de George Soros, e mesmo assim tem medo de Donald Trump, que por qualquer motivo tem aqui um truque qualquer que todos eles andam ali um bocadinho debaixo da guarda dele, digamos assim. Ele faz e desfaz e manda e desmanda. Pá, que é brutal, é. Fica aqui os 4 vídeos, espero que gostem. Hoje vou falar pouquinho, pelos vistos. Isto é os packs grandes de vídeos. Então fica aqui, espero que gostem e até já.
You tweeted this thing about George Soros. You said he wants to erode the very fabric of civilization and Soros hates humanity. But why share it? Especially because, why share it when people who buy Teslas may not agree with you? Do your tweets hurt the company? Are there Tesla owners who say, I don't agree with his political position? Or are there advertisers on Twitter that Linda Yaccarino will come and say, you gotta stop, man. I can't get these ads because of some of the things you tweet.
There's a scene in The Princess Bride where he confronts the person who killed his father. And he says, offer me money. Offer me power. I don't care.
So you just don't care? You want to share what you have to say?
I'll say what I want to say. If the consequence of that is losing money, so be it. Soros actually, he is, I believe, the top contributor to the Democratic Party. The second one was Sam Bankman-Fried. Yeah. So, and Soros, I don't know. He had a very difficult upbringing, in my opinion, he fundamentally hates humanity. That's my opinion.
Really?
Yeah. He's doing things that erode the fabric of civilization. Getting DAs elected who refuse to prosecute crime. That's part of the problem in San Francisco, and LA, and a bunch of other cities. So why would you do that?
Was it humanity, or is it just the United States as a whole?
He's pushing things in other countries too, not just here.
Same thing?
Yeah. Now, George at this point is pretty old. He's not, he's basically a bit senile at this point. But he's very smart. And he's very good at arbitrage. Famously he shorted the British pound. That's sort of how I think he made his first money, was shorting the pound. So he's good at spotting, basically arbitrage, like spotting value for money that other people don't see. So one of the things he noticed was that that the value for money in local races is much higher than it is in national races. So the lowest value for money is a presidential race. Then the next lowest value for money is a Senate race, then a Congress, and but once you get to sort of city and state district attorneys, the value for money is extremely good. And Soros realized that you don't actually need to change the laws, you just need to change how they're enforced. If nobody chooses to enforce the law, or the laws are differentially enforced, it's like changing the laws.
My hope for 2024 is that Trump and Governor DeSantis of Florida will slug it out for the Republican nomination. Trump has turned into a pitiful figure, continually bemoaning his loss in 2020. Big Republican donors are abandoning him in droves. DeSantis is shrewd, ruthless, and ambitious. He is likely to be a Republican candidate.
As president, it will be my personal mission to restore the scales of justice in America. We want fairness and equality under the law, and to that end, I will appoint U.S. attorneys who will be the polar opposite of the Soros district attorneys and others that are being appointed throughout the United States. Very unfair to our population, very unfair to our country. They will be the 100 most ferocious legal warriors against crime and communist corruption that this country has ever seen. As we completely overhaul the Federal Department of Justice and FBI, we will also launch sweeping civil rights investigations into Marxist local district attorneys. And that's what we have. They're Marxists in many cases. By refusing to charge countless crimes, these Soros prosecutors appear to be engaging in selective enforcement based on illegal racial discrimination. In Chicago, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and every other city where these maniacs have taken over, the DA's offices should face federal subpoenas of their staff, their emails, and their records to determine whether they have blatantly violated federal civil rights law. As part of this effort, there should be a federal inquiry into the Soros prosecutor in Austin, Texas, who charged a veteran with murder for defending himself against a threat by a heavily armed member of a radical left mob. I will also order the Department of Justice to establish a task force on protecting the right to self-defense, which is under siege nationwide. In addition, we will have a complete investigation into the use of police state tactics by federal authorities to arrest conservatives and Christians. We will find out who ordered it, and we will hold them totally accountable. There is much more that we must do. We have to confront this radicalized law in schools. You take a look at what they've done to our schools, our beautiful schools. We have to reform the far-left bar associations and stop the purge of conservative lawyers from major law firms. I will do whatever it takes to save our legal system among the greatest achievements of Western civilization, from the Marxist barbarians who seek to destroy it, and we will do that. We will save it. Thank you very much.
Bem, e quem é que acredita nas trompetes do fim? Ou do apocalipse, ou da chegada dos cavaleiros, enfim. Vale. Agora, o que eu acho engraçado é que isto está já desde 2015 ou 2016 a ser cada vez mais relatado pelo mundo fora. No fundo, ninguém sabe o que é. Há várias teorias, e quando eu digo várias, são mesmo muitas teorias em relação ao que poderá ser. O facto é que não há nada concreto e não se sabe de nada ao certo. De qualquer forma, fica aqui o vídeo. Ouve-se claramente um género de trompetas e dá que pensar o que é que está a chegar. Até já.
A lot of people are saying that the end is near. Y'all listen to these trumpets and tell me what y'all think.
It's been going for what, 30 seconds? That is loud.
Okay, that's like 2 minutes straight it's been doing that. That is loud. That sounds like military helicopters.
Whatever it is, it's still going. That is loud, whatever that is.
This is sound going on in Nampa right now.
It was way louder a second ago, too.
It's just stationary.
It's getting closer.
It's not anything bad.
I mean, it sounds like a jet flew overhead.
I mean, it's not going anywhere.
It sounds like a heating vent.
Bem, há muito, mas mesmo muito desconhecimento sobre a antiguidade. A quantidade de templos que temos espalhados pelo mundo são impressionantes, pessoal. Impressionantes. De qualquer forma, quando se vai vendo e percebendo que não sabemos quase nada sobre a antiguidade, né? Sobre estes templos, dá que pensar qual a serventia dos mesmos e o porquê de terem algumas partes amovíveis ou flexíveis. Qual seria a razão, o porquê de coisas tão antigas, com 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mil anos, têm parecenças com tecnologia moderna? Como é que de tão antigo consegue ter algo parecido com coisas tão recentes, tão novas? Então, é uma das grandes questões que se mete, é o que é que a antiguidade, o pessoal da antiguidade tinha de conhecimento que nós perdemos ao longo dos anos. Fica aqui o vídeo, espero que gostem. Até já.
Hey man, y'all see something cool right here? Alright, look, check this out. These ancient structures. Now I want y'all to tell me why y'all think this looks like some kind of mechanism. You know, it almost looks like it's got gears and it's turning, doesn't it? I got another one I want to show y'all too. I like this one right here. Watch this one. Alright, watch how he turns it now. And people will say, oh, it's in case they had earthquakes, they could check and see, you know, to make sure the building was still square and stuff. Come on, man. There's a lot more to that. There's got to be, allegedly. What if I told y'all that allegedly those moving gears on those columns could have something to do with these right here? The Vimanas, the flying vehicles of the past. Hold up. I know it sounds crazy. Look right here. Here's a column on an old building, right? This is a modern day shaft, we'll call it. Identical. Jet engine. Look up here. Modern, ancient. So the ring on the first pillar has 8 sides. The ring on the second pillar has 16 sides. The third ring has 32 sides and the fourth has 64 sides. These are not rings, but are gears. Well, this gear ratio right here, I mean, like, what's really going on here, you know, is what this person's saying. Voltage regulator, Vimana flying chariot in ancient India. Y'all think about these things, man. There's a lot that allegedly is possible.
E agora, arco-íris que nunca vi algo sequer parecido. A gente tem noção dos arco-íris como aquele vermelho, azul, roxo, enfim, amarelo, várias cores. E quando a gente vê um que é totalmente negro, o que é que será que a ciência diz em relação a isto? Será que tem a resposta? Fica aqui o vídeo. É uma anormalidade, algo que não é comum e parece que tem algo mais por trás. O que? Não faço a mínima ideia.
I'm Vic Matador and this is Home of the Skywatchers and Seers. Guys, take a good look at this and leave your comments down below.
Here we go. I was saying that in between both of them, it's dark. It's totally different. I've never in my life seen a rainbow like that. Ever. Look at that. Where are the angels?
And as you heard Jesse say at the beginning of that video, he had never seen a rainbow like this in his entire life. And I agree. I analyzed that. I mean, you can see the bright colors on both sides of the dark in the center. But that is very dark, almost black. It was like a black rainbow in the sky. And he was quite taken by this thing. And of course, and in this video, I'm sharing it with you guys. And this is unedited video footage, once again, taken by Jesse just a few days ago. And he was the passenger in this car as they were driving down the road. So he was able to get this incredible video footage as they were driving. And you could see it was sprinkling or at angle of just how dark this rainbow was. I mean, appearing to be black in the daytime sky. Check out how dark that is. Unbelievable. Been seeing a lot of weird things in the sky here recently, but I never thought I'd see a black rainbow. Check that out. Here's one more. Another example of a black rainbow sent in by Lisa out of Brooksville, Florida. This one's not quite as intense, but as you can see, it does have a...
Bem, e agora este último vídeo é mais um conselho que outra coisa. E eu sei que ainda não está bem na altura, mas havemos de lá chegar. Mais 2 vizinhos e havemos de lá chegar. que é melancia, as propriedades positivas que as melancias trazem. E eu decidi colocar este vídeo porque, como eu adoro isto, fica aquela água ali no canto da boca, e então vamos lá embora e a gente mete aqui um videozinho. Eu penso que é sempre um bom conselho ver-se alguma saúde, alguma qualidade e descobrir algumas coisas nas frutas. Então fica aqui, espero que gostem. Pessoal, até ao próximo vídeo e fui!
If you eat watermelon every day, here's what will happen to your body. First, say goodbye to thirst. Watermelon is made up of 90% water. Eating a piece of watermelon is equivalent to drinking deliciously refreshing water. And guess what? It's light on calories, but packed with nutrients like vitamins A, C, and potassium. Watermelon will boost your immune system and heal your skin with its revitalizing nutrients. If you want to lose weight, watermelon is just the thing. Thanks to its fiber content, it will fill you up without weighing down your stomach. Ideal for when you're feeling hungry throughout the day. But that's not all. Watermelon is also a remarkable enhancer for your muscles. It contains citrulline, an amino acid that helps boost your physical performance and improve your vascular health. And if you need to relax after a stressful day, watermelon can once again help you. It contains magnesium, an essential mineral for calming your nerves, curing your headaches, and giving you better sleep at night. Follow for more.